안녕하세요, 데이비입니다. 요즘 많은 분들이 경제적 자유라는 단어를 위해서 나름대로 각자의 위치에서 노력을 하고 계시는 것 같습니다. 이런 경제적 자유도 다른 말로 하면 성공이라고 할 수 있는데요. 알렉스 베커가 말하기에 이런 성공을 하기 위해서는 최대한 성공을 위한 일에 집중을 해야 한다고 합니다. 반대로 말해서 성공과 관련 없는 일에는 자신의 뇌를 노출시키지 말라고 하는데요. 왜냐하면 우리의 뇌는 외부의 자극에 의해서 자기도 모르게 그 자극을 받아들여 생각을 한다고 합니다. 즉 성공과 관련 없는 일에 뇌를 노출시키면 그 일에 대해서 뇌가 스스로 계획을 짜고 전략을 수립한다고 합니다. 그럼 자세한 내용은 알렉스 베커의 영상을 통해서 알아보도록 하겠습니다.
Many of you can probably remember when you were a kid that reading a book was actually pretty easy. Now it's extremely difficult because every time we log on to Facebook, every time we're jumping into a video game, every time we drink a beer, we're getting ones that are so much easier to achieve and at such a more intense level that reading a book becomes painful, it becomes a zero. Knowing that, what I do and what I'm cycling back into is what I like to call nightmare mode. Of course, it involves no fat, but what it also involves cutting off every source of dopamine that isn't related to your goals, because the way your brain works is it's going to compound things in your head that you're focused on. So for example, if I play Super Smash Bros for a weekend, I'm going to get so many ones. And so when I'm in the shower, when I'm going to bed, when I'm walking around, my brain's going to be computing the best ways to pull off my Zero Suit Samus combo. Even when you're not thinking about it, your brain subconsciously is going to be working out these puzzles. And that's really bad. That's why nightmare mode, I don't think, is essential to be successful, but it definitely puts you on steroids for a period of time. And so what it does when you remove all these things from it, your brain doesn't have any source of dopamine. And what's going to happen is it become very sensitive to dopamine. So for example, when you're using Facebook, you're getting blasted with artificial amounts of dopamine that no human was ever meant to experience. When you remove this from yourself, you start going back into your base where things that are actually really beneficial become extremely interesting. So think back to maybe like caveman times. There was really no way to trigger dopamine besides getting social recognition and working on something and achieving something. There really wasn't any way to entertain yourself. What are you going to do? Just sit around, push around rock? And so in theory, things that would be terrible for us right now, going out and hunting a boar, extremely interesting to them. But after the deprivation period goes on, your brain gets completely locked into the things that are beneficial for you. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want to have complete control over myself. The more things you let into your life, you're going to find that the more things you let into your life. For example, if you start playing video games, you're probably going to start drinking again. If you start drinking again, you're probably going to start watching TV. If you start watching TV, you're probably going to start dropping a lot of your productive habits. It all goes in a chain. And you really have to pull that chain back in. And once you get the chain pulled back in, it becomes a lot easier to manage.